Barcelona's summer planning just picked up a new name that could set the transfer rumour mill alight. Ian Subiabre, an 18-year-old winger from River Plate, is suddenly one of the youngsters everyone is whispering about, and for good reason. He's already broken into River Plate's senior team with 18 appearances and picked up important minutes in competitive matches. He's not just a youth prospect on paper, he's a player with match experience, the kind of raw ingredient Barca scouts love. Subiabre's recent performances on the continental stage, notably his 3 goals in 6 games at the South American Under-20 Championship, gave a clearer glimpse of what he can bring. Blistering pace down the wings, a left foot that can both cross and cut inside, and the kind of directness that immediately threatens defenders. That blend of versatility and physicality makes him capable of playing on either flank and of slotting into a modern attacking setup without a long adaptation period. Financially, the deal looks neat on first glance. Reports put his release clause at around $30 million, roughly Euros 25 million, which for an 18-year-old emerging from South America is a figure that reads like a bargain in today's market for wide attackers. For Barcelona, still balancing ambitions with the reality of financial fair play, that price tag is what transforms interest into a realistic strategy. It's high enough to reward River Plate for developing a talent, but low enough that Barcelona could realistically consider the move as a medium-term investment rather than a reckless splurge. There are immediate obstacles. The squad planning won't let Barca throw money at problems overnight, but this is exactly the profile club's target when they talk about a long-term project. The agent angle here is also interesting. Ian Subiabre's representative is Claudio Caniggia, a name that carries weight and connections in both South America and Europe. Caniggia's presence in Europe has reportedly intensified chatter because when an established agent begins exploring options, clubs take notice. Scouts are expected to descend on the upcoming Under-20 World Cup in Chile to follow prospects, and Subiabre's inclusion in Argentina's setup means Barcelona won't need to wait long to see him under the bright lights. For Hansi, whose early days at Barca will likely require both immediate quality and long-term shoring up, Subiabre offers a very particular profile. A quick, direct winger who can press, transition quickly and give tactical flexibility by playing on either side. If Flick wants to squeeze defences and introduce pace to wide areas, a player like Subiabre could be cultivated into that role over a couple seasons. From River Plate's perspective, there's understandable concern. The club has a proud history of producing players who move to Europe, and losing an 18-year-old who has already shown at continental level would sting. But the economics of modern football mean clubs will weigh the immediate benefit of a sale against the difficulty of keeping talent when a European suitor offers a clean release clause. For Barcelona, the choice is whether to act now and secure a promising young asset while he remains relatively affordable, or to kick the can down the road and hope development and the market stays favourable. The latter route carries risk. Talent that is allowed to blossom into a global star can quickly command vastly higher fees. There's also a narrative here about Barca's transfer philosophy. After seasons of expensive short-term fixes and a renewed emphasis on youth integration, targeting a young River Plate winger fits the blueprint. Find athletic, adaptable youngsters who can be moulded into first-team pieces or valuable assets. Whether Subiabre becomes a first-team contributor next season or a measured acquisition for the future depends on a number of moving parts: transfer window timing, financial manoeuvring, and how Flick decides to structure his squad. But the early signs are clear. This is a profile Barcelona will watch closely. So what should fans expect? In the short term, expect scouts and analysts to track Subiabre closely through the Under-20 World Cup in Chile, and expect questions at River Plate about how long they can realistically hold on to one of their brightest young attackers. In the medium term, if Barcelona can clear the financial hurdles, a Euros 25-ish million move would not only be a statement about smart shopping, but also a signal that Barca are once again hunting talent where it often blooms: South America. And while transfer talk can often feel like noise, this one carries the specific markers of a real possibility: proven youth performances, a manageable release clause, an influential agent active in Europe, and a tactical fit with a coach who values pace and flexibility. That's the combination that turns mere rumour into a transfer watchlist item, and that is why a quiet transfer storm around Ian Subiabre is one story every Barcelona supporter and football watcher should keep on their radar.